Yeah, this Honest Place is right by like this little Petco.
Please subscribe show. YouTube Cole Spivey. Yeah, man.
Okay, they seem like they're pretty busy. Yep, sorry about that. And they're smoking tonight, I'll tell you, there's a lot of people. Alright, change of plans. We're going to head north Richland Hills. It's closer to the Fort Worth area and it's getting a little bit late. So we're going to try a different strategy right now. You don't see a lot of these nowadays. It's cabs. Okay, I went ahead and turned everything on. We're approaching Bedford and then North Richland Hills, so we'll see. Okay, just now I got a Chick-fil-A in Euless, so not exactly Bedford, North Richland Hills, but close enough. Pretty much HEB area. And what I call the second church. And by the way, lady, whenever you ask the customer anything else, that's not the right way. It's what else. Just trying to get you out, you know, of the cell. You always say what else, not anything else. What else? In that case, you might as well have said to the customer, what else do you possibly need? Anything else? You say, what else? What else can I help you with? What else? Just what else? It's a better way to do it. I found another one off the Divine Comedy, but you'll have to listen to me. It's called The Certainty of Chance. It's pretty good. It sounds like it would be like in a James Bond film. Pretty good song. It's off Music Fan 007, so maybe it was in a James Bond film. Right there, if you look in the yard right there, it looks like a black cat just crossed right there. So we're gonna try to go down this other road right over here. Don't see them very often, but I didn't see any other marks on it, so just in case. But we'll find it this way right over here. There's another road that leads parallel. I don't think that cat can go that far. All right, we're gonna take this road, this Aranis road, and go down this way. Be able to find it over here off of Blanco. Just in case, I'm gonna go around this way and tell them where that cat travels. I really do this kind of stuff. All right, we found it. And we're on the other side of the Black Cat's path. We'll be dropping this off pretty soon. Never seen this before. It says drug-free, gun-free zone. Huh, that's interesting. All right, so we're gonna back up right here, turn around. I do that sometimes, I don't know why. Not all the time, but sometimes I do. Avoid like the path of the black cat. Well, the last one for tonight will be at McDonald's in Bedford. We'll drop that one off and head back. There's a lady that just went in there and she's wearing a shirt in the back that said, "I love the smell of tacos in the morning." For like Apocalypse Now. Looks like someone's towing some palm trees or something. All right. Thanks for the car wash, tacos, Little Caesar Pizza, Fuel City Burgers, and the original fried pie shop. Fuel City at $3.69 a gallon. Oh, there he is, Fuel City Cal. Hey, Cal. You haven't moved. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. Thanks for watching. Found some cool stuff. Kind of have to watch my vlogs closely sometimes. But anyway, have a good night. Please subscribe. And also the notifying bell. When you hit that, you just are notified when the next vlog comes up. Also, if you're interested in donating to my channel or even to the arts, because this will also go to the arts as well. Remember, my background is in theater arts. So, and I would say probably film too, but that's self-study. I've self-studied in film. But regardless, if you want to help out on that, you may donate. I promise it will go towards the channel and help the channel grow and to find new things. Y'all have a good night. Love being with y'all tonight. And vlog over. Well, I was gonna make something like a burrito. I ended up eating some noodles. And I was thinking a lot about the video log. That noise in there, it's a dishwasher, it's kind of noisy. I have the thing kind of right there. There we go. I'm looking in the screen right now. There we go. I have that. I'll just get up. It's the dishwasher, okay? I've actually used it for some of the vlogs, if you watch some of my early vlogs, for background noise on certain ones. I was thinking, what makes the artist? Because some filmmakers are like, well, I'm like Francis Ford Coppola, or Scorsese, or Orson Welles, or Hitchcock, right? Because I did this and this and this, and look at the components, and look at everything, how everything just completely matched up perfectly. Those people over there, well, they're YouTubers, or they're vloggers. What's that? It's something new. So I was thinking, you know, because I'm probably going to attempt to do my taxes. And ideally, I probably should put down that I'm a filmmaker, but I haven't made a whole lot from that this year, but it doesn't make me not a filmmaker. It's just a matter of waiting, I guess you could say, for the money to roll in. But I've been thinking about what I've done so far, and I'm at, I don't know, 11,050 edited vlogs, and I have more than that, over 10,000 uploads. There's got to be something there. And for me to just say, just a YouTuber, well, possibly. But think about the first film that was ever uploaded.
The first film ever made was known as The Horse in Motion, 1878, a series of photos of a horse showing the hooves leaving the ground. It was nearly a scientific experiment. Another early film was known as Round Hay Garden Scene, 1888. French inventor Louis Le Prince. Arrival of a Train, 1895. A real-time continuous shot of a steam locomotive pulling into a French coastal town. When the audience saw it, they were so scared they ran to the back of the theater.
And it wasn't really uploaded. It was put onto celluloid, and it was black and white. And some say it was a train approaching the screen, and some say differently, that it was something else. But a lot of those people that say that it was something else don't really know, because that film's not around anymore. And it won't be, because there was no way of saving it. So 50 years from now, or even 100 years from now, if we make it that far, will we call the YouTuber a filmmaker? When everything else is being uploaded or it's being digitized anyway. I'd probably say that the vlog is kind of a different way of saying a filmmaker that logs his life. But yet that's what they've been doing from the beginning anyway. The guy that filmed the train that was approaching the camera, in a way, was showing his point of view of what he was seeing so that he could show it to you. Anyway, it's something to think about. I know it doesn't exactly make sense to you completely right now because I'm just basically speaking my mind. But basically what I was trying to argue is the vlogger a filmmaker? Or is it just a social media fad? And so is just speaking their mind using a camera and a microphone. Really, to be honest, argumentatively, if you looked at it scientifically, or if you looked at it in a film class, it's almost the same thing. It's just so-and-so has been following Hollywood and their basic format of how something should be told in a story, how something should be perceived, or how we should perceive, a story. And they have a script, they have actors that they pay a lot of money, lights on them, and all of this stuff. And they call that the film and that the artist. Maybe. But my journey is very different than their journey. And we're on two different levels completely. So, yes, we use a platform called YouTube. That's what's on television right now. And yes, there's movies on it, and there's vlogs. And yes, I've watched both movies and vlogs. And sometimes I'm in the mood more for a vlog. I want to see what this person's really thinking, what's going on. And sometimes I'm in the mood for a movie. Regardless, it's still that train approaching the screen. And whether people, accept it or not, I don't know. One day we'll probably see that both are, in some form or fashion, an artist. And one last thing that I wanted to say. Ultimately, we know from the good book that the word will outlast the heavens and earth. Now, I want to talk about a quote that I heard of David Lynch, or something of it. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. He said, that film, I'm going to have to look up what he said, but I know that he said that English or language, you could say, I think he said English. I think he said the English language. I think he did say that. That it works well in film, but it gets lost in the translation of film. So the English language works in film, but yet it loses its translation. And I was just looking at a vlog and reading the words, and they do get lost in the translation of the film because we're using visual and sound, and some of it will come through and a lot of it will get lost in the translation of the film itself. So you'll understand some of it. And this is exactly why Marlon Brando could mumble and get away with it. I use this sometimes so I can see a little bit better whenever I'm editing, because it just kind of makes the words pop out. So, because I use a lot of words and stuff, but that's I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look up what David Lynch said about how the English language gets lost in the translation of film, and that makes sense somehow. Okay, good night. Other than that, the word will outlast the heavens and earth. It'll also outlast film and all that stuff. You can still hear my dishwasher. Anyway, good night. Okay, I'm going to put the quote of David Lynch in the iMovie. Okay, sorry the lighting's not so great here. I'm very sorry, but the reason why I'm trying to do this is because I'm trying to maybe explain. He said the language of film, cinema, and the English language. He didn't say and the, but he said and English language. So you kind of have to analyze word for word what he said. But he said the language of film, cinema, and English language. So he said the language of film, cinema. Hang on, I came back, okay. So he said the language of film, cinema, is the language it was put into. And English language. It's not going to translate. It's going to lose. Pretty much that's what he said. So just now memorize that, which is not like me because it takes me longer to memorize something like that. I was able to memorize it really quick because it makes a lot of sense. What he's saying is that there is a language to film. He's saying that it's pretty much cinema. In that language and the English language, it will lose its translation along the way. It will not translate, but it'll lose. So the writer will sit at the typewriter over there, and he will construct this script, and he will give it to the director, or he'll become the director, and he'll try to make that translate as much as he possibly can, which is in his head as a vision. That's why the director has a vision. And along the way, things will be thrown out. I think that's what he means. That we don't really see it all. We only see the language of film, which we call cinema. We see kind of some of it. A lot of it's lost. But what's interesting about words is the words are put into a book and we read them and they become personal because we have to be the movie house up here to make that book come to life when we start to hear and smell and see and feel what the writer was going through when he wrote it, right? So it's different with film and media or vlogging or filming or camera work or videoing or digital video. It's different. Because we have a vision, we're trying to say something, right? I'm getting kind of grim life. Because all these vloggers are not just only trying to entertain for the sake of AdSense. I don't think it's completely that always. Because there's other ways they could go out there and earn a living. But for whatever reason it may be, whether they're making millions or they're not, they're picking up this device right here, this thing right here, which you can't see the other side. You can see this part of the room, whatever. And they're speaking into it for a mysterious reason. You may not do it, but they are doing it. And I'm doing it now. So anyway, I wanted to say that too. I think there's a mysterious reason behind it. But I think some of it may be financial gain, maybe possibly, but I don't think it completely is. There's definitely a writer in all of them. If it's Orson Welles or the most popular vlogger at this present moment.
The language of film, cinema, is the language it was put into, and English language. It's not going to translate. It's going to lose. Written by David Lynch. Please subscribe